Welcome to our CCHD, Catholic Campaign for Human Development interview with our grantees from the Greenlight Movement. So to begin with, just want to point out that CCHD season is here. That means that our collection will be next weekend. And so I wanted to interview Greenlight to show everyone kind of where the money goes when we do this collection every year. We go to wonderful organizations like the Greenlight Movement. CCHD, real quick, gives out two different types of grants. First, the Community Development Grant. This grant is between $25,000 and $75,000 to help a community that might have a harder time getting itself out of poverty. So we kind of give this money to organizations that help bring the community together to speak for themselves. And another grant that we give out, which we're going to focus on tonight, is the Economic Development Grant. It ranges between about $25,000 and $75,000, and it supports economic development initiatives that include the voice of the poor and marginalized in developing new businesses that offer good jobs and or develop assets that will be owned and enjoyed by local communities. So those are the two types of grants that CCHD gives out. And we're going to be talking with Greenlight Movement, which is a recipient of the Economic Development Grant. And so I'm very happy to introduce our guests tonight from Greenlight Movement. We have Roxanne, Jaynon, and Yasmin. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Awesome. So thank you for coming out and talking with us tonight about CCHD and what you guys do, because we can't do everything. Catholic social teachings gives us so much work to do, but we can't do everything. So we reach out to people like you to help get some of this social justice work done. So real quick, could you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Roxanne Burnett. I'm the Executive Director of Greenlight Movement.
I'm Jerron Burnett, also known as Jaynon. I'm the CEO of Greenlight Movement.
I'm Yasmin Leggett. I'm a participant of Greenlight Movement.
And also wearing an awesome t-shirt.
Thank you.
I'm a Marvel guy myself, but I respect the Batman logo. So, all right. So I think what we really need to do first is kind of explain what Greenlight Movement is. Roxanne, what is the Greenlight Movement, and why are you committed to it? I mean, we just talked a little bit before going live how it's kind of hard to keep going. So what has you committed to the Greenlight Movement?
Well, Greenlight Movement is, as you know, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that works with youth, nonviolence through community service, and entrepreneurship. We work with youth. We teach them how to start. In this particular program, we teach them how to start and run a business, everything from getting a federal employee identification number, registering your business with the Secretary of State, developing a business plan. We teach them financial literacy, help them get bank accounts. We mentor and look at their special needs and work with them towards a goal of becoming self-sufficient. Why I work with Greenlight Movement? There are a variety of reasons. The first is our CEO and founder, full disclosure, who is also my son. He decided to start Greenlight Movement in response to what I would call a family tragedy. My nephew, who had never been in trouble a day in his life, is now incarcerated, and he really shouldn't have been because it was self-defense. Mm-hmm. And he was trying to stop someone else from going at this other young man. Mm-hmm. My son decided that instead of being angry about it and acting out, that if someone had spent time with the other guy, the one that was troubled, then maybe what happened wouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. And we agreed with him, and we support him 210% in everything that he does. So when he said he wanted to start Greenlight Movement, we supported him. He started it off with the gift of warmth, which we do every Christmas Eve. Instead of worrying about ourselves and what will be under the tree for ourselves, we go out and we feed the homeless, and we give gift bags to the homeless. And we go to Children for Battered Women and Children and do the same. What keeps me going is the youth that we work with. His idea was a phenomenal one, and when he came up with the Young Entrepreneurs Program, I felt like he hit a home run, and it resonates with youth. He says what they really want is to be successful. You know, they want to have money, they want to be able to, you know, take care of themselves and have the things that they want in life. So I looked at that and said, okay, let's try. Let's see what we can do. And so when we did our proof of concept the first year, we had a young lady who would be with us tonight, but she's in class.
Okay.
Her father got ill, and her mother could barely keep the bills paid, so there was no money. And being a part of this program allowed her to help her mother not only pay bills, but keep food in the house. When I saw how that could change a life, something as simple as teaching them a skill and getting a sanitation license and learning how to work a hot dog cart, which is what we use as the model of running a business, could change one life, 2 lives, 3 lives. Then I knew it was something that we needed to continue, and we have.
I remember the first time I came across the hot dog carts last year, because you guys parked right outside of our office building, and we're like, there's hot dogs outside. And so we all ran out and got to know you guys, and I'm so glad we did, because now here we are again, you know? So I've seen it in action. Well, I've had the hot dogs, at least. But I'm really glad that it's taking something a step further. You're not just giving handouts like here you go, but you're teaching, you're developing leaders and people so that they can make change in their community starting now.
Yes, because, you know, a lot of them go to school, and we have some that have dropped out. One of our kids dropped out of school. His mother asked if he could be a part of the program. We brought him in. Then we helped him to get back into an alternative school. He graduated with 7 A's, 4 B's, got accepted to Tennessee State University, and got a scholarship. Now, what he wasn't thinking about when he was working the hot dog cart is you're using your core curriculum skills of math and literacy. You're learning public speaking because you have to be able to speak to your customers, customer service. He's using his math for inventory, for register reconciliation. So all the things that he needed to help sharpen him so he could get back to school and graduate, he was literally doing on a hot dog cart.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it truly is. Jay, you like to add anything?
Yeah, let's say, you got any more stories like that?
Oh, yes. Oh, loads of them. Let's see, we have, yes, would you like to share a story now?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yes. How have you been transformed by the Greenlight Movement? Like, where you've come from, where you see yourself going, and how does this program help you get to where you want to go?
Basically, I started Greenlight from the summer program. My name is Jasmine Leggett, first off. And I started the Greenlight from the summer program. I came in, I originally grew up in the foster system most of my life. And when I got to Greenlight, they taught me, like, many different things. I learned how to run my own business. I was a cart cashier, which means I managed my own cart. And my cart was located on 51st, and so I learned how the ins and outs of how I'm maintaining my cart and getting my team to work together. And basically, I just learned skills for my everyday life that I should have learned in school. I also dropped out of school, and Greenlight helped me to get back into school and to start my success story back over. Right now, with Greenlight, I'm looking to open up my own nonprofit organization as well. And I wanted to do it because I want to help people like myself get back to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
So Greenlight has been a big change in my life. It's a really good program for people to get into, especially young kids who want to look into the future of opening their own businesses or starting anything, because they give you a lot of things you should know. And
Can I share something?
Yeah.
You sure?
Oh,
okay.
good.
What Jasmine is not sharing with you, and I asked her if it was okay. Let me slide back in. As she shared, she was in the foster care system, and unfortunately, her foster parent passed away.
Okay.
And while mentoring Yasmin, we found out that Yasmin was homeless. Made no sense for her to be in that situation, but I understood why. Well, working with Yasmin and understanding what her goals were and helping her to set more goals. Yasmin now has an apartment that she's moving into. Yasmin took and passed her first 3 books of her GED. She has to take the math, and then we're working towards college for the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So all that from coming to work on a hot dog cart.
But no, it's not even that. You know, you've got yourself together, and you already said that you're looking at giving back already. So Greenlight has already, you know, perpetuated itself into making this community better just by you going to that one program, which the whole paying it forward thing, it never gets old. It never gets old. So I congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
So, Janon, what about you? Like, so she kind of gave the short version or the quick version of how this got started. Can you give us a little more in-depth story of what you do on a day-to-day basis with Greenlight and what keeps you motivated?
Well, she gave one of the stories of how I got this whole situation started and the whole 501c3 started. Just to give a bit of a brief background, I'm also a recording artist and a songwriter for a lot of artists in the music industry. I realized how perception really played a key role in a lot of the youth's lives. A lot of the youth want money, and they look to TV, and they see the different ways that the artists describe that they've made their money, and this is the life that the youth live, opposed to understanding that it's a business and it's entertainment. Mm-hmm. So what I did was I developed a program, and I made a more economical way of sustaining a life, sustaining the youth, sustaining their income or whatnot. Just presenting the hot dog wrapper prototype to give them a better understanding of unorthodox ways to make money in their neighborhoods. Seeing is believing. So with the hot dog wrapper, we had to present the prototype so the youth would understand it. What we placed in their neighborhoods is what they know. Mm-hmm. So giving them a hot dog wrapper and a hot dog cart and showing them how to start up their own cost-efficient business, it just took them to another level where they understood they could achieve entrepreneurship. They didn't have to find other ways, negative ways to be entrepreneurs. They could find more positive ways to be entrepreneurs. They could take the prototype and develop it with whatever passion that they have or have in their lives at the current moment.
Have you seen that develop any other like spin-off? Basically, have you seen any of your participants take that model? I know, Yasmin, you said you're talking about starting a new nonprofit. Have you seen someone else do that yet?
Yes, we have other youth that are beginning to start their own nonprofits. Some of them through culinary arts, some of them through other things, as far as music or as far as doing hair salons, videography. So many different keys and points, and they take the whole template of the hot dog cart, and they take their passion and they infuse both of them, and they come out with what they come out with, and they're working on it. It's looking real good right now.
I'm waiting to see the beauty shop cart. You have the hot dog cart, and you need the beauty shop cart. You know, just set it up.
That might be a good one. That might be a good one right there.
I don't think
write that down. Write that down. Ashley's beauty shop cart. That's going to be on the other side of all of them. Trademark. So that's awesome. What's your vision for the program going forward? I mean, like you said, you've got your hot dog cart, you've got your beauty cart. How do you see this getting bigger and impacting the community?
Well, the kids have diversified already. Let me get back into the screen. I'm sorry. They've diversified already. Because the hot dog cart is seasonal, at the end of the season, there would be nothing for them to do. So now they cater. They've catered, matter of fact, yesterday they just catered lunch for the Grand Boulevard Coalition. But they have catered, they do breakfast in a movie, which is where we rent out a movie theater, and they cook a breakfast like you would not believe. Biscuits, Danish hash browns, rice, grits, eggs, cooked
Stop. Just stop. I haven't had dinner yet. I need you to calm down. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome, though. That is awesome. So, and is it growing? Like, how many kids you got coming in? Is it growing, or is it kind of leveling out?
When we started, when we did the proof of concept for this program, we started with 3.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, I think we went up to 70, and I think we've serviced about 200.
That's amazing.
It just keeps growing, and word of mouth is awesome.
That is great. So you guys are a CCHD, or Catholic Campaign for Human Development grantee. How has that kind of helped you further this mission? How has that helped you with your vision for the Greenlight Movement?
Well, a few ways. One is, I think the one that's even more important than the grant itself is the connections.
Mm-hmm.
When you're starting a nonprofit, you're kind of out there by yourself, and you try and partner with those that are of like minds. What I have encountered with CCHD and the staff has been phenomenal. They're very supportive. They believe in connecting the dots. So, like, a good example is Father Tom, who's also a grantee. They put us in the same room together, and we're talking about things that we can do together to expand both programs.
Mm-hmm.
They've constantly called, or if they see anything that they think would help our organization, they're right there to provide that input. And then, of course, there's the grant itself, the donations that the parishioners and anyone who gives to CCHD, they don't know how valuable they are, because every dollar is used to work with one of these youth, and every dollar can change a life. If you look at our flyers, it says, buy a hot dog, save a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want you to know that every dollar that you plant, that seed grows into a positive young adult.
Mm-hmm.
You heard Yasmin's story. I told you Tiffany's story and Aldrin's story. Greg, we're working on getting Greg out of the neighborhood that he's in, because even his grandparents feel like he won't make it if he stays there another year, because it's just that bad there. Mm-hmm. He's not a bad kid. He just needed someone to work with him, and we've been doing that, and we're seeing it make a difference in his life. And I can give you story after story. So if I could say anything to those that are watching, those that are listening, I would encourage you to give to CCHD, because they're very diligent. They're great stewards. They come out, they examine you from top to bottom to make sure that your organization is an organization that fits within their beliefs and guidelines, and then they distribute the money fairly, and they're always there for you. So if you really want to make a change in our communities, this is a way to do it.
Well, thank you very much. We have really enjoyed our partnership with you guys. The stories that you've told, I'm sure there's more stories. Where can they find more information about Greenlight?
You can go to www.greenlightmovement.org. That's our website. You can find us on Twitter at GreenlightShyGo.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us on Facebook at Greenlight Movement. You can find us on Instagram at Greenlight Movement.
Love me my Instagram. Awesome. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. Is there any other stories or anything else you guys want to put out there?
Anything else you guys want to share?
So many stories.
Yeah, we'd be all day telling you all of the stories. Edgar, let's talk. One of our kids, Edgar, who had no interest in culinary, sends me a picture every day now because we got him into school for the culinary arts. He attends Le Cordon Bleu now. He had no interest, and so now every day is a new day for him, and he is so excited. And so every morning I wake up to a new picture, the uniform, or him doing something different in class. And any time that you can generate that much excitement in a young person, some of the kids that came in culinary because they know that Jade works with music, they're interested in the real music group, and they're learning the business behind music, and that they understand now that it's more than standing on the street corner thinking that you can put a few words together or you can hold a tune. Right. So we're getting these youth to think from a business perspective and to see that spread like a virus. The best virus in the world, I'm going to tell you. And I would take that virus any day because it's a
Oh, man. Well, again, thank you so much for coming out and joining us tonight. The Catholic Campaign for Human Development collection will be next weekend across the United States, so please make sure you just donate generously to CCHD so we can support programs like this in your community throughout the United States. If you kind of miss the collection, that's okay. You can check out chicagopeaceandjustice.org/CCHD to learn more about our grantees, to learn about Catholic Campaign for Human Development, and there's a donate button there too. So I guess that'll wrap it up. So again, thanks to Greenlight Movement for joining us, and thank you for your support for the Catholic Campaign for Human Development. Good night, everyone.
Good night.